Hi everybody. Very warm welcome in Accountancy Point YouTube channel. This is third lecture of our course Business Research Methods. In this lecture we will know about exploratory, descriptive and explanatory research. So, let's start learning. But before we start I request you, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon, so that you don't miss any future updates of my channel. There is tons of methodological guidelines when it comes to research, and you as a researcher have to position yourself on one specific place. Find the right methodology is to execute only your research idea. In this video we are going to learn about what we call the nature of research, which is another part of this global stratification of guidance. Now we will have free choices. You can go for exploratory nature, descriptive nature, or explanatory nature of your research. Let's start with the exploratory nature of the research. I think you can guess it correctly from the name that if you're going to hold the nature of your research, you are going to explore, and that basically means that you observe something normal in the outside world. And you as a researcher tried to describe, if you tried to maybe create some initial models about it, you try to identify some variables and official definitions, says that this kind of research is the initial research into a hypothetical or theoretical idea of that phenomenon which you can observe. Now this kind of research usually goes two ways. One way being taking some well-defined theories which are there for 2 years or dozens of years and trying to apply them to these newly emerged phenomena, and then use research to try to see can these theories fit these phenomena. And another idea can be to really start from the very basics and you try to sort of get your own theories on these new phenomena. And for these I think I can give you quite a solid example, as it really touches my actual thesis. So when I was writing that, I was really interested in what we call software as a service. This is a very specific field nowadays. We've been software industry, and the whole this company within this field is 15 years old and in academic merits that is considered super young, and no real research has been done in this field. So what we try to do is that we do all these very basic marketing theories and we try to apply them into the software as a service field. They didn't work. The field was way too specific to the use of these marketing tools. So we had to go for the other idea, and we needed to develop our own theories, and it was really hard, but we have succeeded. And my final advice is I'm going to now talk about with this group the exploratory research. But if you are a university student, most likely your research will be exploratory. So think about it more, because that's the most usable. And so it's the best way to go for you. Second of all, we have the descriptive nature, and again we have a definition here. This kind of research attempts to explore and explain while providing additional information about the topic, and we see the word here, additional information about the topic. And the idea is that this research or descriptive nature is kind of how you move from exploratory nature to a descriptive nature. So in this way, someone, maybe it can be you and the boss, needs to do the exploratory research first, and then just thanks to those descriptions, those initial ideas, you can move to a descriptive nature. Now with this nature, these researches are often having a whole lot of data gathered. So now we are thinking, why do we have to do the exploratory research for us? Then we can go to this credo research, which will really give us the solid information and ideas about this phenomena now. And I will explain it you this way. You mean, as I said, you need to get a lot of data for descriptive research. Someone needs to tell you what kind of data you should be collecting. So someone else who has done the work previously will tell you, okay, maybe you should look at this aspect of this one and this one. And thanks to that you will do your descriptive research properly. So as you see, these are building on each other. Lastly, we have the explanatory in nature. Again, let's start with the definition. This kind of research tries to explain relationships between variables. This is the highest order research. It lies about both exploratory and descriptive. And again, let's summarize it a bit. So the exploratory nature identified some variables within that phenomena, then descriptive research may be able to draw some correlations between these variables, but we all know that correlation doesn't imply causality. Now there will be a task for explanatory research. This kind of research will really try to explain why things happen. And it is really hard. And often see this kind of research is for the students who are out there. So if you're a bachelor or master's degree student, you shouldn't really aim for the explanatory research, just these ones are really tricky now. And we're important point out later on, we will be talking about research questions and research objectives. There are certain question types which are connected with the nature of the research. If you are going to do exploratory research, most likely your research question is going to be starting with what? And that makes sense. Think about it in the you are trying to explore something, so you're asking yourself a question. What is happening in there? Now if you're going to be this group the research, your question is most likely going to start with the word how. That again makes a very logical sense. How do these things work together? And with the explanatory research, your research question might be starting as why. Because again that makes a lot of sense. You are trying to explain why those things are happening. In the next video we will discuss about how to choose a research topic or research idea. If you like this video, then please hit the subscribe button and also press bell icon for future updates of my channel. And also don't forget to like and share. See you in next video. Take care and distribute happiness if you want to be happy.